Hi everyone, Rachel Thompson here, the Smarter Mortgage Lady, doing my monthly summary for November. So I wanted to talk about how I entered this industry quite a few years ago. And I have this deep feeling in my heart that everyone deserves to own their own place to call home, regardless of your circumstances. There's something permanent and extremely profound and comforting in owning a home. And this month, we've had quite a lot going on. It's a really hectic time for a lot of people. Normally, November is busy, but it's with the lower interest rates that are around at the moment, it's a lot more hectic than usual. And there's a number of you out there that are looking to try and buy your own place to call home with less than 20% deposit. And it really is possible because there's a whole lot of people that I'm working with right now who have less than the ideal amount of deposit, they have income, and are really looking to get into their own place to call home and trying to get some help and advice on how to do that. So I've talked about this a lot over the last few months, but having a pre-approval is super important. It can save you time and money by being pre-approved and knowing how much you've got to spend before you go shopping for a home. If, however, you don't listen to my advice and you end up buying a home conditionally, then we can help you try and do a pre-approval for the lending side of things. And look, we'd love to help. So I'd love you to make contact and for us to help you save some time and money throughout that process. Due diligence timeframes. Well, I've said to a few people lately, make sure that you've got a minimum of 10 working days for at least your KiwiSaver, for your registered valuation, maybe for a building report, or to allow your solicitor time to be able to look at the contract. Well, at the moment, it's feeling like 10 working days is not enough. And if you're going to auction, you need to have your ducks in a row before you go out there and try and buy a property unconditionally. So if you need some help with understanding the lingo, understanding the process, and getting ready, then give me a call and let's have a chat. Deposit negotiations. So a lot of people get confused when they talk about the deposit for the purchase that they're going to pay, and then there's the deposit that the bank expects you to pay in terms of how much you're buying the house for, how much your mortgage is, and then what's left over is actually your deposit as well. So there is the purchase deposit, but there's also, I guess, the settlement or the lending deposit. Again, have a chat to me because it shouldn't be confusing. And I know there's a whole lot of information out there, but that's what we do. We're here to help and just take that confusion out of the process and simplify it for you. So there's a lot of additional costs. I've talked about this quite a bit throughout the year as well. When you have less than 20% deposit, so less than 20% deposit is not ideal, but a lot of you out there are doing it right now. The additional costs are potentially a registered valuation, depending on your lender, and also maybe a low equity margin that's added to your interest rates, or a low equity fee added to your loan, depending on the lender that you use. So to help, again, simplify those terms and that process, have a chat to me. I love explaining it to people and educating you on what's available to you. At this time of year, if you need a registered valuation to enable you to be able to meet your finance condition and buy your property, it sounds like with this hectic market that the valuers are under the pump, the banks are under the pump, people out there trying to buy are under the pump. So you need to allow the maximum time you can, because otherwise you're going to have to pay, and you're going to have to pay for urgent valuations, which costs you more, and I don't want that for you. So having a good time frame to be able to do your due diligence and hopefully not have to spend extra money is exactly what I want for you. And then lastly, mortgage loan to value ratios, reviewing your interest rates and your repayments. I've been working with a few clients over the past few months, actually, not just this month, who really want to review their loan to value percentage and really get the best of market rates. People are hearing about the 2.39s and the 2.49s for 12 months, and rates under 3%. And if your loan to value is over 80% or your deposit equity is less than 20%, then potentially your rates are over 3%. And we're really wanting you to get the best in market rates and therefore the most affordable loan for you so you can have a comfortable lifestyle. So it costs you nothing except a little bit of time to send us your information, to review the rates that you're on, to review your loan to value ratio. And we've got some ways and means that we've been able to help some clients who bought properties a year ago, some not quite a year ago, maybe some 2 years ago. And they're really needing some help to save time and money and to reduce their repayments, and especially after what's been going on in the world this year. So if you want some help, I'd love to. I'd love to look at your mortgage for you, review what you've got. It isn't just about a brand new mortgage and a brand new home, although that's super cool too. I want you to have a smarter mortgage. And the way to do that is connect with me, the Smarter Mortgage Lady, Rachel at ilg.co.nz, or 021 311 988, or call the office 09448 2092. And yes, I'm based in Auckland, but I've got clients all around New Zealand and I love helping all of them. And if you're a client of mine and you've got some friends or whānau or colleagues who need some help, send them to me and we'll have a chat and see if we can make their mortgage smarter too. Have a fabulous weekend and we'll catch up with you soon.